Welcome to this study Potter channel. Today I am going to discuss about fundamental concept of measurements, units and dimension. This class is basically for students which are going to prepare MBBS, IOE, AG, CTVT, entrance examination, which is totally governmental scholarship examination. So this part of lecture is basically stand on for those students. Now I am concept about theoretical concept about measurement today. In this lecture, we must know what is quantities, which have certain amount, and which follow the law of physics. Those quantities which basically follows the law of physics are those quantities are defined as the physical quantities. Those physical quantities are categorized in two different category in which fundamental quantities and derived quantities. The fundamental quantities are those quantities which do not depend on the other quantities. Those quantities which do not depend on the other quantity and which depends on itself, not on other. So do not depend on other quantity. There are seven fundamental quantities, because we must know there are seven fundamental quantity because they are the fixed, and until now there are seven, and we must remember these quantities. This may ask in the questions in examination. We notice that mass, length, time, temperature, luminous intensity, electricity, amount of the substance are taken as a fundamental quantity. There are seven types in fundamental quantity. We must remember this is fixed. And when we go to derived quantities, those quantities which depends and derived from the fundamental quantities. They are not independent, but they depends on fundamental quantities. There are several derived quantities. Example: acceleration, work, energy, modulus of electricity, stress, and so on. There are large number of derived quantities. Okay, depend on derived quantities. What is the measurement? What is the measurement? How we calculate the value, amount of any substance. This measurement is the process by which we can know the value of unknown substance by comparing with standard known substance. Means we can calculate the unknown value by comparing, by weighting with other quantity which is known and having same kind. Okay, I want to take one example. If we want to buy some vegetable and we go to some market and we buy some vegetable. If we want to need 1 kg of vegetable, we collect some vegetable and weight in spring balance by businessmen, and they compare this weight of vegetable with standard known value of their known value, and we can find out that the vegetable have 1 kg. The weight of the vegetable is 1 kg. Similarly, we can calculate the measurement of any amount. What is the measure? This measurement include two terms. One is numerical value and another is units. In numerical value, for example, the weight of this vegetable is 1 kg or 4 kg. and this is 4 kg is units, and it is unit. Okay, so altogether measurement of any value is denoted by 4 kg. So this is a denoting case of any quantities. What is the principle of measurement? This principle of measurement is defined as the product of numerical value and units remain constant for particular measurement. When you measure some quantity in any system, we can obtain that their total value, product of the numerical value and this unit is remains constant. Now we have to define units. There are several units, but most of the quantities have their unit, but some of the quantity may not have unit because some constants may not have units, but most of the quantities have their units. Units are defined in 3 categories: fundamental units, supplementary units, and derived units. Those fundamental units are similar, and the units of those fundamental quantities we already discussed in this chapter. In this chapter, fundamental quantities have their units and they are not derived from other unit. In SI system, in MK system, in different systems, fundamental units, there are 7 fundamental units, in which meter, unit of mass, length, kilogram, this is unit of mass. Second, this is unit of time. Kelvin, this is unit of temperature. Candela, this is unit of luminous intensity. Ampere, this is unit of current. Mole, this is the unit of amount of substance. In SI system, there are 7 fundamental units are categorized. Okay, when we read the system, MK system, this system kept 4 fundamental unit: meter, kilogram, second, ampere. Similarly, CJ system, according to CJ system, there are 3 fundamental units: centimeter, gram, and second. FPS system, foot, pound, and second. Okay, these are the fundamental units. They are categorized. Okay, when you go to supplementary unit, there is no supplementary quantities, but here if you have new cases supplementary units, this is not different, especially with fundamental unit, but they are placed in supplementary case because they arise in some cases, and they place plane angle, solid angle, plane angle as unit radian, solid angle as unit stadium as a supplementary unit. You must remember, and these are very important. Unit of solid angle is what, whenever you can ask in the exam, so it is very important. Now when you go to derived units are units of derived quantities. Yes, derived quantities are derived and from derived fundamental quantities. Similarly, derived units are also derived from fundamental unit. When you go to this example, meter per second square, meter per second square, meter is a unit of meter per second square. This is a unit of acceleration. Meter is fundamental units, and second square is a fundamental unit. So those unit is formed by 2 fundamental units. Therefore, it is called derived unit. So acceleration is derived unit. Similarly, this is unit of force. This is unit of energy. Okay. I mentioned here key concept. Why I mentioned here? Because this already discussed. We have discussed that fundamentals unit, 7 type of fundamental units in SI system and 4 types in MK system. According to MK system, therefore these fundamental units are constant and they are invariant with temperature and pressure. We should remember this. And this is not important, but it is the logical thing, so we should remember. We try to remember this because all the logical way we should, all the logical way we can obtain our name in merit list. Therefore, because logical only logic can bring your name in top, not only knowing, but you also know that the theoretical concept. And now I want to go to definition of standard unit. Okay, definition of standard unit. What is the standard unit? Okay, there are 7 standard unit. Is is placed by scientists which are gathered in France, and they defined 7 fundamental units in different way, and they define 1 kilogram as the mass of cylinder of platinum iridium kept at severe not severe Soviet in France, and they define that 1 kilogram is the mass of the cylinder of platinum, and which is equal to 5.01 into 10 to the 25 atom of carbon 12 isotope. So 1 kilogram is defined in this way. 1 second, and they define that 1 second is 1 by 86400 part of solar day, and we discuss what is the solar day, and we know that solar day consists of time period about 86400 second, and this solar day is defined as the time taken by the earth to rotate around its own axis so that sun appears in the same position as previous, and this called as solar day, and the value of solar day, time period of solar day is 86400. The part of 1 by 86400 is 1 second. This is 86400 is a part of solar day, okay, solar time, okay, 86400 time. Now 1 Kelvin, it is the fraction of 1 by 273.16 part of the triple point water, and what is the triple point? It's a new concept, and triple point is the point at the point of temperature and pressure at which the water can exist in 3 phases, that is liquid phase, solid phase, and gaseous phase. And for pure water, we know that the triple point is temperature is 273.16 degrees Celsius, and pressure is 4.58 mmHg, 4.58 mmHg. Temperature is 273.16. This is a fraction of temperature, okay. 1 candela. Candela is important, and candela is unit of luminous intensity of black body of surface area, and about 1 by 60,000 meter square place at a temperature of melting point of platinum at a pressure of 1.01 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square. And this candela unit candela is very important. It may ask what is the unit of luminous intensity, and the option may include candela. You should remember, this is very important for the exam. 1 ampere. How 1 ampere is defined by the scientists, and this is the value of electric current that passes through the two parallel conductors which are placed 1 meter apart, and due to this current they experience a force around 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 Newton to each other, and those current called as 1 ampere current. 1 mole, this is the unit of this is the unit of amount of substance. What is the unit of amount of substance? We can ask. This is mole, and its value is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 carbon 12 atom mass of the carbon 12 atom. The mass of the amount of substance contained by 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 carbon 12 atom. In this way it is defined. 1 radian. It is the angle subtended by an arc of length 1 meter at the center of circle, which radius is 1 meter. 1 radian is defined by taking the circle which radius 1 meter, and this is angle subtended by the arc of length 1 meter at the center of the circle, okay, having radius 1 meter. 1 stadium is a 3-dimensional, it is 2-dimensional. 1 radian is defined in circle which is 2-dimensional, and 1 stadium is defined in the sphere which is 3-dimensional. It is the angle subtended by the arc of spherical area 1 meter square to the center of sphere, to the center of the sphere of spheric unit area, okay. That's it. Now today class is finished, and if you like and if you know it is beneficial for exam, you can like and subscribe my channel, and you can follow other my lectures. and in other lecture I will take some dimensional formula, some important dimensional formula that asks in exam. Thank you.